Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Maximilian and we are surviving with Immersive Engineering. Hello. As you can see, I am down in the depths underneath my house. I have dug a little area underneath, and this is what we're going to be doing today. So we've semi-automated the what's this like? We semi-automated this. We haven't fully automated it yet, but we'll try and automate as much as you can. But if you notice, I have lots of creosote, and I've got lots of creosote in these. I haven't got any buckets with me at the moment. So yeah, I'm sick and tired of taking out the creosote, but it is preventing my blocks of coal turning into my blocks of coal coke. So this is why I've dug out the area here. So what am I going to do today? Well, today, let's just come off that a minute. One of the first things we need to make is, let's have a look, somewhere around here, fluid transport. So we're going to make some fluid pipes, so we're going to need some iron plates, and we're also going to make a fluid pump. Okay, so this is one of the things that we're going to make. So I've already got it into the JEI, so let's have a look at the fluid pump. So how do we make that? So we need some iron plates, and we need to make some fluid pipes, and to make the fluid pipes we need some iron plates as well. So we need 6 for the fluid pipes, and we need 3 for the actual pump itself. So that is one part of it. So let's get some plates put into there. So watch it. I do like these machines. Right, the other thing we need to make for the pump is the iron mechanical component, which I think we've made this already. So it's quite simply, oops, in the corners, sorry, and that is that done. No, we need 6. So we might as well make the 6 into the pipes. So it's 3 bottom, 3 top, and that's it. So we need 3 of these to go like so, and then we need the other 3. So this is our pump. So this is what's going to pump fluid out of these and into, as you saw, a tank. So we're going to need to make some more fluid pipes, which I need to make. The other thing we need to make is, so we're going to need some more fluid pipes, and these make 8 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 will make another 8. Let's make those. I think we're going to make quite a few. So let's just get that machine up and running. Okay, so the pump itself is going to go here. This is where I want my pump. And the same with the pump is that we can actually change. Let's get the one of my. So we can. In fact, let's just put the pump a bit further up. So we can change the sides. Now, if I stick it just there, and just look underneath, you can see that it has a opening at the bottom, and we can change that with the hammer just like with everything else. And we're going to close that off because we don't need that one there, and then we're going to put that there. Now, as normal, blue is input, and then we're going to have an output at the back here. So the 2 pipes are going to feed down and do into the pump. So that is that. We may not have enough, but we shall see. We shall see. Right. Now you also probably can see as well is that the pump does actually need power. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. Because we're going to look at a little bit of power as well, but don't the pipework look ace? The pipework looks really good, really authentic, really good. And I do like these flanges as well, where it changes direction. So that's them there. So that feeds into the pump there, and then I'm going to need another one, probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So perhaps going to need another 12 of these. So yeah, so we'll have them going along. Right, so where's it going to go? Well, it's going to go into a tank, and this is what you saw just before. So we're going to construction and into a tank. So this is what we're going to make. Very simple. So we're going to need lots of sheet, and it's iron sheet metal, so we need 34 of those and 4 treated wood sticks. And to make these sheets, so let's have a look here, we're going to need another 4, and that's going to make us 4 of those. So 34 of those. So again, need to put them into there. So let's do this. Excellent. Right, probably a little bit more than what I needed, but let's just get down here if we can. Right. So I haven't dug out. You can see I've got a diamond shovel. Yeah, I got silk touch on it. Efficiency and unbreaking is good, but the silk touch, do I need it? No. But at least I can get grass blocks now if I wanted to. Excellent. So perhaps I only needed to make the one, but right, so that is now leading out to the outside. So, see, look, grass, hey. So I've been digging up a bit of grass as I've been going along. Right, so fluid pipes, don't need them for the time being. I don't think I put them anywhere else. I know I have 2 iron sheets there, so that will be handy. I'll put the fluid pipes in here for the time being. This is all my electrical stuff and wind generation, and this can be yeah, right, so that is going along here. So where the tank is going to go is out here, and this is where my horse. I haven't picked a name for him yet. I don't think I've got a name tag, but if anyone wants to give any suggestions for any names, please pass them on, put them in the comments. So this is where our tank is going to go, and this is where we're going to feed it up to. Now I'm not sure if I need that connection. I think it's going to be from the bottom, but we shall have a look when we do it. In fact, I might just remove them for the time being. Oop. And we'll put them down in a while. Right, so it sounds like the machine has finished, so let's go and make some sheets. So this should give me my 32. Didn't need to do them 2, that's not a problem. Shove them in there because there's my 34, and I need that. So, and it's getting dark, so let's quickly sleep. Make sure we don't get any mobs spawning and ruining my day. Right, so what I need to do is go outside and put these in the corner. So it is a 3x3, so that is what it is. We need one there. Now we actually do need one in the middle, so if I just get rid of that, put that there for the time being, one in the middle. Yes, let's come on to here, one there, and then we just build this around. I'm wondering whether, let's have a look at the book. I wonder if it needs to be hollow. It looks like it does. So just not at the top. So that looks like one more. Excellent. Right. That is done. All we got to do is hit it with the hammer, and there we go. We have one Immersive Engineering tank. Now I believe these are all inputs. We'll have a look underneath actually and just see if you can actually do it from the bottom as well, or has it got to be just from them four sides? If it does, then we might need to just slightly move it and bring it in. So let's have a quick look. Let's get rid of that. No, we can feed it to the bottom as well, which is good. Excellent. So that is now connected up. So that is one bit done. So we're connected up, ready to feed into our tank. So let's just get that like so. So be interesting to see what the capacity is of this. We shall have a look at that. Now one of the things it did say in the book, and let me just read this with the actual pump itself. So where was it again? Tools, fluid transport. It says, okay, fluid pumps from three essential have three essential functions. They can be used to insert into pipes at high pressure to transfer fluids much faster, or they can pick up fluids from the world. Excuse me. Oh, do apologise. You can pick up fluids from the world, so you can use it as a so if you have a infinite water source, you can pick it from there, or lava, those sort of things. Using your hammer on the base of the pump will switch the size between in and outputs as normal. In order for the pump to pick up fluid blocks, it would need a pump input at the top and a redstone signal. Pumps can also be used to extract from tanks and other fluid containers that do not have an automatic output. This will require a redstone signal but won't consume power. So I'm thinking fluid blocks that were picked up from being replaced with cobblestone to reduce the lag of fluid flows. This behaviour can be toggled off from using an engineer's hammer on the pump. Water blocks will serve an infinite water source for the pump as long as there's more than 3 blocks are connected. Yes. And there's a fluid outlet. The fluid outlet acts as an endpoint for a pipe system, allowing fluid to be placed in the world. So if we wanted to fill up a reservoir, which I might look at doing later on, but one of the things that he said, in fact, what I'm going to have to do is just get myself a lever. So let's just get one of those, is that it will move stuff without using power. Now these don't have a fluid out, so let me just in fact break that. I want to see if these are actually empty now. That one isn't, and that one isn't. With it on, that one isn't, and that one isn't. Right, so it is going to need power, and this is where this little area is now set up. So I'm only going to build one, and this is a unique machine, as in it doesn't need any doesn't burn, just like the windmills and the water mills. These are passive passive power, to put it into better system. And what it is a thermoelectric generator, so it just needs heat. Well, actually it needs heat and cold, and if we just look at the book about the thermal electric generator, so basic power wiring, power generation, thermoelectric generators. So thermoelectric generators are another option of power generating and work without the use of any mechanical parts. Instead they use the temperature gradients between two sources. So placing a hot fluid on one side and a cooler fluid on the opposing side generates energy based on the difference between the two temperatures. The following list contains other non-fluid blocks which can be used as sources of temperature. So if we can find packed ice, that would serve as well, but the only problem with ice anyway definitely is the chance of it melting. And blocks of uranium. Now the 2000K doesn't mean that's what we're going to be producing power wise, that's the heat source itself. So that's what we're going to use, or we can use the uranium for. Now I think I have already crushed up some. I'm just going to see if we need any more. Yeah, I did accidentally crush up 4, and so as you can see we've got some lava and water, but I'm thinking that this would be better. So let's just get another 5. Let's just in fact we don't need 5, I only need 3. Let me just crush these up, and hopefully should get double the ore. Hopefully, he says. Let's just put them 2 in there. So, but what we will do is that we'll just make one of these. So we're going to need to make these Constantine plates. So to make a Constantine ingot, should I say? He's put my teeth in tonight, I think. Is we need nickel and copper grit. So I have nickel and copper, and they're going to make us 2. Alright, so you just need to crush it down, and then the 2 of them you can make into grit. If you've already smelted up into ingots, again you can crush the ingots and smelt them down. So if we just go to recipe for the grit, it can be from the hammer, and there you go, you can actually crush up the ingots themselves. And if you have other mods in here, it will work with other nickel as well. It's basically like something like thermal expansion, so you will use that and their copper as well to make Constantine grit. And in some instances you can actually again, depends if you've got the right mod installed. If you've got Tinker's Construction, you can sometimes do it into that. I'm not sure about 1.10, but used to be able to do it for the 1.7 definitely, as long as you had all the mods put into it. So just going to smelt them together. So that is that. So we've got more than enough there. We only need the 5, and we need to turn them into plates. While we're waiting for that, let's just put them away so they don't get mixed up with what I'm doing. The other thing I need to make is a copper coil, which we've already know how to do. So we just need our copper coil, iron ingot in the middle, and then that's our copper coil block. We've got our 3 steel, which is good. We've got our 5 plates, and we can run that along. Oh look, revolver barrel, and we can now make our thermal generator. Nice. We don't need that, but what we will do is we will need some coil, some of this, and some of this. Now one of the things as well I was going to look at doing, so let's have a look at immersive. Rather than just sticking these on the wall, you can use wall mounts as well. And so I just want to know what the recipe is. So it's 3 tricky wood and a stick. So let's have 3 of those. That like so, and that. So yeah, I might start putting things onto wall mounts rather than just sticking them on. Right, so let's get rid of you and let's put you down. So power can come out the top or the bottom, and the first thing we're going to do is wall mount it so it does come out to there, and ideally Mr. Torch, getting stuck on the pipes there. Let's move the torch, let's put a torch there. Not going to need much of a torch there because there will be lava, although we can, yeah. And then we're going to put that there. And the beauty about these is exactly the same as what they were for the actual for the posts. So if you go to the bottom, you can click on it. Oh no, haha. No, these are different. Sorry, I do apologise. These are slightly different, yes. So if you click on the bottom of the block, it will face down. If you click it at the top of the block, it will face up, and that's basically how it works. So should, in fact, no. Might be a bit tight in here, might not work as well, because that's going to go there, and it's going straight across and straight over there, so yeah, let's not worry about that there. Might just get rid of that, put that there, and I might just do the same with this. But we might use the wall mounts somewhere else. Looks like it's raining as well. Why it's raining, I have no idea. So let's put that there, and put another relay there. Let's connect them two up, and then that to there, and let's have a look at connecting that to that. There we go. I thought you weren't going to connect for me then. In fact, that's probably a little bit low, so let's just get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of that totally. So that to there, and that to there, and that to there. Right, so that's the power up. So let's actually put some heat sources. Now, it's got to be opposing. And what I mean by opposing, so you can't put lava there and lava there. You've got to be hot and cold, hot and cold. So doesn't matter where you put the heat, so you can put the heat on them two or these two, but it must have cold on the opposite side. You don't have to do all four sides, you can just do just the two, but if you're going to do all four sides, then at least you're going to get the better of the power. Now I believe these are something like 20 IF with lava, so I'm hoping that's more than enough for the pump itself. So what I will do is make sure that is on the on position. So we'll put some lava in that one, water in the other two. So let's just get another bit of water, sling them out of the way. Nothing's happening with these at the moment. It is dark all of a sudden, and it is raining. Let's get rid of the rain and let's get rid of the darkness. There we go. Right, let's just get one more bucket, and let's not try and get blown up, although we should be fairly safe this side now with everything lit up this end. So everything all being lit up now should be fairly safe. Haven't done much more with the construction over there. I'm still tinkering about with what shapes and where I want things. Mr. Creeper, you're going to be in the way, but I did spot you. Right, let's go back down here, and let's put that last bucket in there. So that should now be powering up. Should, he says. So now when I flick that switch, it should, he says, start to generate. I wonder if it needs the switch on there. No? Hello? 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 Why is this not powering? That is a good question. Why is that not giving power? Very strange. Very strange. Worked in where I did the test. Should be fine. The pump has plenty of stuff. I don't need to do out this side because all it does is just shut it off. So it is connected. Unless it doesn't connect from the bottom. That is the possibility. Could be from one of the sides. We've got some more pipe. Let's have a quick look. So let's just break those. Ideally, it'd probably be this side would probably be the better side. Let's have a quick look. Let's just put that back a minute. Ooh, don't want that like that. Alright. So get rid of Mr. Torch. So let's come down like so. And let's see now. Are you pumping? No? Ooh. You've got a redstone signal and you've got power. So why are you not pumping? That is the question. Or is this the wrong power source? Right, leave it with me folks. I shall be back and I shall try and sort this out. So just give me a moment to see what's going wrong. So bye bye for now. Welcome back. You may be wondering why I'm up at the top here. Well, I'm at the top here because this is where I have been reading up, and this is how the pump works. So the pump itself needs to be physically connected to the actual coke oven. Alright, so you can see it's now drained out. Okay, so I've had to make two, so you'll see there's one this side and there's one this side, and I have the means of turning them on and off with the levers. So yeah, it's that is how it works. It doesn't work any other way. Okay, so that is so be aware yourselves, that is how it's going to work. So I've had to do a little bit of rearranging, just had the power come down to here, then split off and then go into the actual capacitor itself. But they don't need massive amounts, it's not going to be pumping all the time, but I've got that down. These now feed all the way, and then it goes under the actual house itself, and this one goes straight into the actual sides. And again with the sides, alright, you can't go to the bottom one, it's got to be from the sides themselves. And yeah, 20,000. It will hold 512 buckets. So yeah, it does hold quite a bit. Oh, it's like a husk. Is that a husk? Sure it is. Or is it just a villager? Ooh. So yeah, so be aware of that. So it does help sometimes just to read up, but the book doesn't explain greatly, but at least now we know that yeah, if we're going to connect to the actual coke oven, we've got to do it physically with the pump. But other than that, that is now set up, so it will now continually feed the creosote into the tank here. So this is our creosote tank, and again, if you like with the buckets before, if you hold a bucket up to it, you'll be able to see how much is in there, and you can see it's already gone up to 25,000 already. So that must mean that yeah, these are all going through with the blocks of coal. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, So this one's not far off. Alright, so as they pump out, they will pump straight into there. Now it doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of the bottom. I have readjusted down the bottom here. So let's have a quick look. So it's now symmetrical. I've taken up the thermoelectric generator, but that doesn't mean that I can't use it down here. But I might use this for something else. I haven't decided yet, so we'll have a look at that later on. Okay, so as I said, it's got to be connected to the actual coke ovens themselves. Yeah, thanks Mr. Zombie for that. And yeah, so finally, with a little bit of issues, but we finally made it. We finally got the coke ovens feeding out the creosote into a tank, storage tank outside, so now I don't have to mess about and utilise or use other buckets and things like that, so making it a labouring job. So now it's all automatic now, just need to feed it into there if I need to, but I don't need to at the moment. So without further ado, hope you liked the episode. Please like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next episode. So I say bye bye for now. Bye.